And we're back, baby. And as your When's World Prediction Champion, I am here to fight, to defend this beaut, this honor. The honorable When's World Prediction Championship belt is on the line this Saturday. And we are going to cover all 4 matches. I said all 4. And should there be a last-minute addition on SmackDown Friday night, we will cover that on X, a.k.a. Twitter, courtesy of Vincent Kennedy Bucci. Well, let's get to it. First things first, Danhausen taking on JD McDonough with Dominic Mysterio by his side in a no DQ match. And as champion, I would like to go first, gentlemen. This, to me, is going to be chaos incarnate. We are going to see so many run-ins, so much interference, so much nonsense. This should definitely, and I hope it's listed as it will be in order, this should definitely kick off the night. 100%. Set the tone, set the energy. You're in New York, right? I got a feeling we're going to see, it's already been publicly listed. Jalen Brunson's going to be there, New York Nick champion. You know, Danhausen's a Nick fan. Huh? Something there. Something to think about. At the end of the day, this is what sucks about this match. There's only one thing. Is that JD McDonough is going to lose this match. And if it was against anybody else, and I mean anybody else, I would pull for JD. He's so overdue. He's so overlooked. And on any other promotion, he would be a top tier talent. It's just the way it goes. That's the WWE's problem and blessing. Too much talent, not enough time. With all that said, I am definitely going with, not JD. Hey, nope, didn't say it. Almost did. I am going with Danhausen to defeat JD McDonough after a ton of shenanigans. I just see it that way. Booch, what say you, sir?
Oh, yeah. I definitely see Danhausen winning simply for the fact that it's JD McDonough with Dominic Mysterio. Now, I don't know what's happened with JD, but I know Dominic is still cursed because only Danhausen can lift the curse, and he only lifts the curse if you give him human monies. Last I checked, Dominic Mysterio has not given any money to Danhausen, so he's still cursed. I don't think JD has been, but yeah, Danhausen's winning. And apparently they said Danhausen's having somebody come out to ringside with him, a mystery person. And so I'm thinking it could be a Knicks person, but I got a weird feeling it's Stephen A. Smith. And the reason I say that is because he's been a guest. Danhausen's been a guest on Stephen A. Smith's show because they've been talking ever since Danhausen cursed the Knicks, then uncursed the Knicks, then the Knicks won the championship. So Danhausen's literally become like a global viral sensation since uncursing the Knicks and then winning a championship for the first time in like 70, 80 years. And I have heard Stephen A. Smith in the past say he wanted to do some WWE related stuff, like not go full time, but maybe make an appearance here and there because he's had a few back and forths with Paul Heyman over the years. He had the controversial moment where he was on with Stephen A. Smith and Paul Heyman said, "I'm the GOAT. I'm the greatest of all time." He said, "What about Bobby Heenan?" And he said, screw him. He's dead. And the place went, and everybody just fucking went off on Paul Heyman, not knowing he's working the gimmick because he respects Bobby Heenan. So I think Stephen A. Smith could be the mystery guy, but whether he shows up or not, yeah, this is a win for Danhausen.
Damascus Dez, what say you, sir?
Well, I want to point out that yes, JD McDonough has been cursed.
Okay, I didn't know.
Danhausen did a "You Are Cursed," and the very first time he used it with the sparkler shooting up was against JD McDonough.
Okay, wait, I thought the Sparkles was the Wilson, the KT guy. The guy can't remember.
Oh, that might, okay. They've done this 2 or 3 times now. I'm mixing them up, but he is cursed. He has cursed JD.
Okay,
and it's not gonna stop. There's no way they're gonna let Danhausen lose. It's just too fucking big right now. It's too silly. It's too. I mean, this one was a given. It's a fun match. We're all looking forward to it. There's gonna be shenanigans. There's gonna be interference, and Danhausen's gonna get the win.
100%. So we're all in agreement. So far, champion's advantage, gentlemen. Let's see if it continues. Paige and Brie Bella versus Fatal Influence. Will we see the return of Nikki? That is the question. Booch, lead us off.
Well, I definitely was doing my research, my due diligence beforehand. I do know Nikki is medically cleared, so she could come back at any time, and that's why, and that's the only reason why I'm gonna say, because she's been medically cleared, and because this is Saturday night's main event, so no matter what, I can take back my belt at SummerSlam. I had no plans to even be here for this one, so, and by that I mean I wasn't even thinking about this until Wenz decided to defend the title, which I want to state for the record, Wenz made this choice. I want to reiterate that to everybody here. So if he loses, it's his fault. His fault. He could have coasted the SummerSlam and none of us would have judged him for it. Because we only do Saturday Night's Main Event for a few exceptions. Like the last one we did, John Cena retired. That's how far back the Saturday Night's Main Event did. And that was just us respecting the greatest of all time. So he made this choice.
Real quick, before you continue, the reason I made this choice, the real ones remember the moment where I walked off the show. I left the show. This is probably about 6 months ago, because there were titles on the line on the show. There were some big matches. And somebody who will remain nameless, it's water under the bridge. I'm not trying to call back things that are, but since you call it, somebody didn't want to put their title on the line. So I said, what are we doing here? This is a waste of time. The people deserve a fighting champion. I went on the record for years in the old world of Wenz and talked crap about Lesnar, talked crap about Reigns. I'll be damned if I'm going to respond the same way as they did. It's not happening. So I'm here to defend it, and that is what I intend on doing. Win, lose, or draw, which would ultimately be a win for me.
Exactly. So because Nikki Bella is medically cleared, I'm going to go with Fatal Influence. Again, I think Nikki is going to have some jealous moments and have a heel turn. And I can be okay with that because the two people in Fatal Influence going for the belts are the two members I actually like. So I can live with that. So I'll go with Fatal Influence.
All right. Desmond, your call.
I mean, I'm gonna have to agree with the Vinny on this one. I don't see a reason for Paige and Brie to remain tag team champions. Nikki's got to come back. Nikki's the one we want to see. We want to see the Bella twins together. We're gonna see a heel turn at some point, and Paige is gonna go do her own thing and start going for the women's title, which is what she needs anyway. So yeah, Fatal Influence got this one.
I want to disagree for the sake of parity, but it would be utter foolishness, right? This is a no-brainer. Whether there's interference or not, the heels are winning this match. I am also going to go with Fatal Influence. Desmond, you get an opportunity to lead the way here as we discuss Bayley versus Lyra and a new, fresh, heelistic Lyra, mind you. Your thoughts on this matchup and what's dead ahead for us?
This is a very interesting match. This is the first one of the three matches that I am actually questioning which way it could go. On one hand, Lyra Valkyria just turned heel. Having her lose would be bad for her heel gimmick. That being said, Bayley has not had a lot of singles wins here recently. She's been taking a lot of L's. So having her lose isn't great either. But if Bayley loses by nefarious means, then we can continue the story, make Lyra look like a good heel, and things are going to work out. So for that little bit of reason, with the caveat being that I know this could go either way, I'm going to say Lyra Valkyrie wins this match.
No. Yeah, is it just me, or does Bayley look old? You know, like, I'm not saying she's not good looking. I'm not, please, you can comment and throw rocks at me, and you'd be right if you didn't hear the complete context of this.
I mean, I'm just gonna say you could look in a mirror and if you wanted to see old.
Obviously. I mean, I don't dye the hair. I don't dye the beard. The gray is here, baby. It's here to stay.
I'm just now starting to get the speckles of gray in mine.
Yeah. And when it comes, and you just own it, right? You
Oh
know,
yeah,
it's cheaper.
I like mine.
So all that to say, we all know what WWE does with old. And to me, I don't see them really keeping her, Bayley, when I say her, around to be that bar, right? She hasn't been that much of a mainstay. She's not like a John Cena who, you know, he'll put you over to make you the new head of the company, right? To make you the new brass. I just think, to your point, it would be stupid. Again, we got to think about this, guys. I mean, a fresh turn deserves a fresh win. On a mainstay, Saturday night main event is technically a PLE, whether we want to think about it as one or not. So I got to go with Lyra also. Booch, this is your opportunity to win it all, depending on how we go with this last match here, the CM Punk and Rhodes versus Gunther and Zayn. Your thoughts, sir?
Well, I'll just say I'm in no position to call Bayley old. I'm about 2 years older than her. I'm 39. She's 37. So she is up there in age. But also the old thing with WWE is the only time WWE's ever looked at age is only with the women. With the guys, they've never really cared about age that much.
Sheamus.
LA Knight.
I mean, yeah, there's exceptions to the rule, but I'm talking about like
2 quick exceptions within 2 seconds.
yeah,
We didn't even try. Those are very current exceptions.
I know. I'm just saying. But I said mostly it's been with the women.
Continue. You're right. You're right.
I'm saying I know Mickey James has said it. A lot of other women have said it that once they're up in age, it usually happens. So you make a point there.
Mae Young, Fabulous Moolah. Just kidding.
Oh, no, they got a lot of airtime for their age. Okay, I'm just saying
They got legend time. Is what they got.
Yeah.
Fabulous Moolah got a women's title run in her freaking 80s. Like
Puppies.
they gave her a run with the women's title. But yeah, and they were badasses.
Yeah, Mae Young literally told Bubba to slam her, and if he was nice to her, she would kick his ass.
No. He was nice to her, and he pulled her to the side and said, "Don't ever do that again. If you're gonna slam me, you slam me like I'm one of the boys." He's like, "Yes, ma'am."
Yes, ma'am.
So he did, and then he did. He was putting it through tables. She wanted to go off the top of the cage. Vince is like, "This bitch is crazy." Oh, but yeah, but here's the thing. I see both points. Like that, Lyra, I think with the heel turn does need it. Desmond made points on both sides. So really, again, it's Saturday night's main event. I'm gonna say Bayley just to get the belt back if I can. So that's because it can go either way. I don't.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that.
I know, because I'm saying like I can't really pick one. So
yeah,
I'll go the opposite to get the belt.
Yeah, legitimately, I went with Lyra because I want to see this heel turn succeed.
How you too?
That is it. So that's a personal preference. That is why I went with Lyra, because I could see it going either way. This is not one where I am certain of the outcome.
Exactly. This is not one where no one's making a dumb choice here. So I'm just saying I'll go with Bayley because I don't really have an answer on this one.
Interesting. Yeah, Booch, I'm feeling kind of generous today. I'd like to offer you the opportunity to pick first in this last match if you'd like to seize that opportunity. It has nothing to do with me going after him and possibly selecting a different winner or loser, because I want to hold this beautiful, perfect, pristine, this belt. So
precious.
It's up. My precious. Up to you, Booch. You want to go first or second?
Hey, you want to piggyback off the last real analyst? I'll go first. All right, so
meaningless claims, meaningless, arbitrary claims.
So really, when I look at this match, this is unique. You see Punk and Cody, you're immediately thinking that's a natural win. I see Gunther and Sammy. I feel like this. Sammy got a really solid win. Gunther's been taking a lot of L's. So you're also kind of thinking from L's perspective, they might give them a win. But I think because Gunther is so angry and pissed off, there's going to come a point where he and Sammy are not going to get along. And he's probably going to choke Sammy out and walk out of the match. Because Gunther does not care about this. He wants his title. We could maybe see a moment where, or they try to win in cheap, but then Nick Aldis comes out and restarts the match. And then Punk and Cody win. That leads to them at SummerSlam because Nick Aldis has kind of been gone. But maybe he gets like, because he's been reinstated.
Yeah, he's been reinstated and he's been making moves on Raw.
Yeah. So I'm saying there might be something where Gunther cheats or something, or Sammy cheats. Nick Aldis comes out, restarts the match. One of them gets dropped with a Crossroads or a GTS. 1, 2, 3. So I'm going to go with Punk and Cody, but only because I see fuckery going on the other side. Either Gunther just turning on Sammy or Nick Aldis restarting the match, thus setting up Gunther and Nick again for SummerSlam. Like just one more thing to get them to be like, yes, because now Nick has made a personal choice or whatever. Nick has abused his power. So now they got to have this match to settle it once and for all. Nick has a moment of abuse because Nick Aldis has never abused his power as a GM. So now if Gunther's crossed the line so many times, I'm just going to use my power to say, you know what? Fuck you. I'm going to restart this damn match. And then Triple H has to step in and make something happen. Because when the general managers can't do anything, you got to bring in the big boss. So eventually Triple H is going to have to come in and he's going to have to make the match. Because Nick is going to be like, I didn't bring you in here for this, blah, 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 blah. So I'm going to go with Punk and Cody.
Yeah, this has nothing to do with what you just said, Booch. I want you to know that before I say what I'm about to say. This has everything to do with what we saw a few weeks ago, and that is Cody Rhodes taking a pin, right? In a triple threat match, mind you. He didn't have to take the pin. Gunther could have taken the pin, but he did not. I think for that reason and that reason alone, Cody Rhodes gets the pin and the win. And I think this is going to set up more shenanigans, more unnecessary rivalry as it focuses on the Undertaker in the background. Booch's camera is in love with Taker. Anyway, yeah, come on. The good guys are going to win this match, right? The good guys are winning this match. It's simple. CM Punk and Cody Rhodes are winning this match.
Okay. So it's my turn.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll be honest with you, I am leaning towards the good guys winning. For a lot of reasons, but the main one being very, very simple. I think that the good guys winning gives Sammy another reason to say that the machine's against him. It gives Gunther another way to look at Nick Aldis like he's the problem. Storyline wise, it makes sense. That being said, if I choose the good guys, there is 0% chance that I take the title back. So I'm going to choose the heels on the off chance that they win, just because if they win and I've gotten the other ones right, I take the belt home.
I hate your ability to do mathematics. This is very frustrating for me right now.
For no other reason than because in the off chance that the heels win, the belt is mine.
It makes sense.
Well,
and I can't blame you. And it could happen.
Just to reiterate, the belt is his if Gunther and Sammy win, but he also needs Lyra.
And all, yeah. Well, technically speaking, yeah. No, because if the heels win and Lyra loses, and you take because you chose Bailey, right?
Yeah, he chose Bailey.
Yeah, then you and I are tied, and we'll have to do some kind of a tiebreaker.
Yeah,
but,
which will be the same.
But that's what I said. If I get them all right, I win, and this is the only way that it happens.
Yes, I said that. I was just reiterating for the people at home. So we'll have a 2K tie if that's the case.
That's fine, and we will pick somebody with the same overall rating.
Yes,
because I feel like that is the fairest way to do it.
Oh yeah,
whoever we want.
Yeah, we've always been fair like that, so we're good. I I'm just reiterating that you also need Lyra in addition to the heels, because otherwise we tie.
Absolutely. I'm down with that. But it's like I'm leaning towards the faces, but it's the only way I get the belt. So I'm taking the opportunity.
Indeed. And nobody can blame you. Hey, dire times call for desperate measures, and the time is now. If you disagree, if you agree, if you're listening to these picks and you're like, what the hell are these guys talking about? I want you to comment. I want you to share this with your friends. If you love it, if you hate it, I don't care. We love the views. So we appreciate it. We love you. We need you. Now I sound like a car commercial. One thing for sure that we'll never, ever forget to do is leave you without a few key catchphrases. The first of which is, have a nice day.
Amen.
Cowabunga!